with minicamp about to start and mandatory training camp and all of that stuff about to happen with the New York Jets, I wanted to take the time to really quickly talk about my belief on what the Jets should be trying to do at minicamp, especially with the rumors that the Jets are trying to bring in veteran players to come in to supplement the roster. What is going on, guys? My name is Tigo. Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. And really quickly, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Seems like the wife is going at early stages of labor. So I've got a bunch of videos pre-recorded that are going to upload over the next couple of days and weeks that have kind of been in storage that I've had for this to happen. So don't worry about that. I will post a community update now that I have that button, thankfully on my channel, letting you know guys like when that happens and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll have the newest Jets fan as a part of the family really soon. But I wanted to make a quick video before any of that started about, minicamp and my expectations for minicamp and what I think we should be looking at as Jets fans, as a Jets organization, and what I want to look at when you're looking at the front office and how we're going to go about this. So let's start with, there's obviously been a lot of rumors and a lot of news about the Jets having a lot of visits from veteran players at what a lot of people consider positions of need. And primarily the three players that everyone's had on their mind is Larry Ogunjobi, Quan Alexander, and Riley Reef, defensive tackle, linebacker, and offensive tackle, respectively. Now, I made a video on Riley Reef, and I talked about the benefits and why I really like Riley Reef and why I want to go out and get Riley Reef for the team. I feel like outside of Mekhi Becton and George Fant, we don't really have a tackle that can start right away. Even though I really like Max Mitchell, and I think that he is George Fant's replacement next year, I would love to have a little bit more of a safety net for our tackle situation, just in case one of those guys gets injured. We know the violence that gets played on the defensive and offensive line and how you don't necessarily control your injury luck on the offensive or defensive side of the ball. Look at what happened to Mekhi Becton last year. It wasn't his fault that his guard got blown up and he got rolled up on, right? So depth at the offensive line position is always a good thing, and I'd love to bring in Riley Reef, and we talked about that. And I also mentioned how if we could bring in two of these positions, how if we were going to bring in another one, I would want to bring in Larry Ogunjobi. And I wanted to go into a little bit deeper why I don't necessarily want to bring in a player like Quan Alexander or go out and get a safety or address some of these positions on the football team where we're really young. And specifically, this is on the defensive side of the ball because I feel like we've got a lot of really good mix of veteran and young talent on the offensive side of the ball at all of the positions. We've got a good mix of a depth and things at all of the positions. On the offensive side of the ball, when you look at wide receiver, when you've got players like Braxton Berrios and Corey Davis alongside of Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson and Denzel Mims, like this is a good room of guys who have been in the league a long time. Not a long time, but we have guys that have been in the league for a couple of years and know how to be professionals versus guys that are learning how to be professionals. Same thing goes with the running back room. You got Tevin Coleman, and then you've got him backed up, not backed up in the sense of the lineup, but like you've got Breece Hall and Michael Carter there to really learn from Tevin Coleman and his experiences and the offensive line and all of that stuff, right? So I'm not worried about the offense. Really, I think the position that comes to need when you look at the defense is safety and linebacker for a lot of Jets fans because there's not a set in stone like this guy is the starter. And I think that that's a good thing. I think a lot of people are overblowing the linebacker and safety concern. And for me, when I look at the depth chart for the New York Jets, the one thing that keeps coming to mind for me is playtime for these young guys, in my opinion, is more important than anything else. It's why I look at that free safety spot and go, in my opinion, I don't necessarily want LaMarcus Joyner starting there. LaMarcus Joyner is going to be 31 this year. He's 31 this year. By the halfway point in the year, he's going to be 32. And so for me, LaMarcus Joyner should be coming in to be a backup. And I know a lot of people are going to argue, like, no, just play the best players. Play the guys who would earn the roles. And part of me hears that. But the Jets aren't in a win now mode. We're not in a position where we can really, in my opinion, compete for a Super Bowl. We can be competitive in every single football game that we play in, and I expect us to. But guys like Ashton Davis and Jason Pinnock getting reps at safety is more important than playing a 31, will be 32-year-old stopgap at safety. I want to see if Ashton Davis can be a safety in the NFL at a high level. I really, really like Ashton Davis. I really think that he has the potential to do it. And the same thing with Jason Pinnock from his transition from cornerback to safety. I like this kid a lot, and I think that he has the potential to be successful at the next level at safety. And so for me, I don't want to give reps to a guy who's not going to be here in the long term to help this team win when it's time for us to win Super Bowls. LaMarcus Joyner taking away reps from a guy like Jason Pinnock, from a guy like Ashton Davis, only hinders the team's growth and progression moving forward. Moving on to the linebacker position, I feel the same exact way. If we brought in a guy like Quan Alexander, I want him to back up guys like Quincy Williams and Hamza Nasruddin and Jamin Sherwood and DQ Thomas, because those guys might become something. Maybe not DQ because he's an undrafted guy. We don't know with DQ. I haven't seen much of him. But specifically with Hamza and Sherwood, these guys have the potential to be something if they can stay healthy. Quincy has a lot of belief from this front office and from this coaching staff. So ultimately, bringing in a guy like Quan is only going to take away reps from these guys. And I understand but the depth and the this and the that concern. But ultimately, the Jets should play their young guns. They should give their young guys as many reps as possible, because in a year from now, when I think we're truly in a position to compete for Super Bowls, it's going to really suck when we have to start guys like Quincy or Ashton Davis or Jason Pinnock, and they have a lot fewer reps because we decided as a Jets franchise to take those reps away from them to give them to guys that are no longer on the team, that weren't planned to be on the team past this year, and now they're having to, earn their reps this way. I'm all about competition, and you have to earn your spot on the team, and I get that, and you should always be looking to add better players. But when I talk about adding better players, I look at guys like DJ Reed and Jordan Whitehead, guys who are young, are going to be on this team when we're winning and can contribute. A guy like DJ Reed just turned 20 or is about to turn 26, is 25 years old. He's going to be on this team for the next 3 years. He's going to be here when we start winning and competing for Super Bowls. Jordan Whitehead is 25. And so same concept. He's been signed for 3 years. He's going to be here when we're competing for Super Bowls. And so that's my expectation. Don't give away reps to guys that aren't going to be here when we're winning. And, that's it. The only caveat to that rule is George Fant, because the guy who's going to take George Fant's job isn't ready yet. But he's in the building. And if Max Mitchell, and I totally believe this, can come in and win that starting job from George Fant, I'm shooting my shot now. Week 12, look out for it. Max Mitchell starting right tackle. But if that can happen, that's a different situation. That guy needs to earn his reps, and he's a rookie, and he's got to get acclimated to the game. So, again, ultimately, my point is Don't take away reps from these young guys, because ultimately they're going to be the players that are going to be playing on this team in crunch time when it comes down to our Super Bowl run, which I think that the Jets can absolutely start doing next year. This year is the year to get us to average. This is what I want out of the team. I want us to get to average. And then next year, I want us to get to exceptional. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Wish me and my wife luck. I really, really hope she starts going into labor soon. Really want to meet the newest Jets fan and the newest member of the Jets family. Guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button. And last but not least, go Jets.